Hey guys, hope you're doing okay. We're quarantined, right, with this whole coronavirus thing, which is really a bummer. Haven't been able to go anywhere, haven't been able to do anything. Everything's getting canceled. It's just it's the worst. It really is, isn't it? But we're still going to do something fun, or at least we think it's going to be fun. We're going to have fun doing it. Hopefully you have fun watching it. This is the first ever episode of Rosemont Roadtrip. So we're just going to pick up some leaders that you guys know from Rosemont, from the church, and we're going to drive around with them. We're going to have some fun. We're going to laugh. We're going to joke. We're going to get serious, talk about some fun stuff. But it's going to be an awesome time. So I'm glad that you guys are with us. This is the first ever episode of Rosemont Road Trip. And I see, actually, straight up ahead, I see our first passenger. So let's get her real quick. Here she comes. The first ever passenger on Rosemont Road Trip is Amanda.
Hey, everybody.
Amanda, what are you eating?
This is homemade bread, and it is got butter on it and toasted in the oven for a little bit, so it's like crispy and crunchy. It's so good.
Well, don't get crumbs in my car.
Oh, my seatbelt's stuck.
So I think the best thing for us to do to get started is to do some icebreaker questions.
Woo!
Get to know Amanda a little bit better.
Woo!
Break the ice!
So Amanda has my computer back there in the back seat, and there is a random icebreaker generator on the computer. So Amanda, go ahead and push that. Tell us what the first question is.
Ooh, I can't wait. If you could visit any place, where would you go? I would go to any of the places on this planet without the coronavirus.
True.
So
I don't know if there are many of those left at this point.
I heard that the third world countries are not getting it as badly. Don't know if I really want to go to one of those, but might have to.
Okay.
Ready for another?
Sure.
What is your most used emoji? How do you know? Is it like the first one on your little list?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, hold on. My most used emoji is the laughing face that's tilted with the tears coming out. I guess I'm really funny.
Makes sense.
Also,
Yeah.
just have a lot of unfortunate things happen to me that I just have to laugh about. So,
I guess so. Next.
which Disney character do you identify with
Gosh.
most? Ooh, all of the princesses. Just kidding. No. Oh, that's a really hard question. Can I get a second to think about that?
All right, we're back. I think Amanda finally
This is
came up with
really
something.
hard. Like, right initially, I'm definitely thinking that I'm most like Leslie Knope, but she's not a Disney character. So I guess I relate with all of the 7 dwarfs. I just embody all 7 of them.
Explain.
Sleepy, grumpy. What are the others?
Bashful.
Bashful,
Dopey.
dopey.
Is Itchy one? Itchy's not one, is
No,
it?
Itchy's not a dwarf. Anyway, I'm all of the 7
Sneezy.
dwarfs, everything, because I have a very dynamic personality, I think.
Well, okay, that's a good way to look at it. You're also really short. Next.
Would you rather live in the ocean or on the moon? Funny question, because I had a nightmare 2 nights ago that I was being forced to go on a spaceship up into outer space, and I was scared to death. But I also don't really love the feeling of being underwater. It kind of gets in my contacts. So neither.
You have to
I
pick one.
guess the ocean, because it's less far away, maybe? I don't know. I guess the ocean, but I wouldn't like either.
Okay.
All right.
All right, well, I've got a question for you.
Oh, okay.
Bible question.
Oh.
What is your favorite Bible verse or passage or book, whatever? What's your favorite?
That's easy. Psalm 23 is my favorite. At one point, I even was trying to memorize it in Greek or Hebrew one. I don't remember. But I love Psalm 23. I think that it can help you if you're in a time where you're having a really big trial in your life.
So, Amanda.
Yes.
If you were stranded on a desert island, what are 5 things that you would bring with you? You have 5 things to bring with you. What would they be? Can't be people.
Well, I would bring a really large bag of like chocolate or candy, something to liven up the food selections there. I would probably bring my pillow. That way I can at least get somewhat of a rest at night. I would bring my Bible. That way I can have connection there. And can I just say my cell phone would work and bring my cell phone?
You can, but on a desert island, you're probably not going to have reception or access to internet or anything. So that would just be like bringing a little black rectangle.
I would also bring a boat. That way I could leave the island.
Okay, that does not count. You can't bring a boat to leave the island.
Can I bring a cell phone tower and my cell phone? Two separate items?
See, we're not getting anywhere here.
I guess I'd hop on over to the Boy Scout house and grab one of their fully packed scout bags. Is that a thing? Give me some survival tools. Can I bring a scout with me?
Okay, moral of this story is Amanda would not survive if she was stranded on a deserted island.
I would not.
Next question. Why do you think it is so important to go to church?
Well, it's where we get our sense of community and accountability. So without being in church, you don't really get the same push to keep on doing what's best. And the community at the church is a good support. So anytime that you're able to be with your community, your church community, I always say that it's best to just go ahead and be a part of that, because they are just like your family. They're there to support you and pray for you and help you and laugh with you. And without them, it would be really sad.
Why do you think it is so important to go to youth group? Why is youth group so important?
Kind of similar to why you should go to church, because your youth group is there to push you in the right direction. And I believe in the Bible it says that iron sharpens iron. So we need to be around people who are similar to us in our belief. That way we can sharpen each other and learn and be pushed toward Christ. That's the ultimate thing and goal in youth group. But also it's super fun. We do a lot of fun stuff, and you would just be missing out if you didn't come.
Next on Rosemont Roadtrip, we are going to do the classic Would You Rather.
Ooh.
Would you rather?
So, Amanda.
Yes.
Would you rather be sticky for the rest of your life or be itchy for the rest of your life?
Oh, itchy.
Why?
I really don't want to be sticky. I feel like it would be more of a hindrance to my life. Like, I can go somewhere and be itchy, but if I'm somewhere and I'm sticky, people are gonna like notice.
Okay, next question. Would you rather be able to change someone's mind or read someone's mind?
Change someone's mind.
Okay.
Without a doubt. I do not want to read anyone's mind, because that can be a weird, freaky, dark place. And to be able to change someone's mind, well, I try to do that all the time in my everyday life. So that would just be making my life so much easier.
Would you rather have a head the size of a tennis ball or a head the size of a watermelon?
Oh, probably a watermelon, because if your head is so small, there's not much going on up there.
Okay.
So definitely would rather have a bigger head than smaller. No brainer.
Okay. But wouldn't that like stretch your shirts out and stuff if your head was that big?
Yeah, I would just have to wear like button downs and stuff. Not preferred, but definitely preferred over having no brain at all.
Gotcha. Okay. So this next question, I felt like I knew the answer as soon as I read it, what you were going to say. But now that I'm like thinking about it, I really don't know. This is going to be a good one. Would you rather give up for the rest of your life cheese or soap?
I would give up soap. Sorry to those around me, but I cannot get rid of cheese.
Okay.
It's just too important to my life. I guess I could just wash with hand sanitizer.
Yeah, but have you seen those like graphics that are going around about how hand sanitizer really doesn't do much?
I would just have to take my risk. I would just use scalding hot water in the shower and a wish and a prayer, and then I would eat some cheese afterward.
Oh my gosh, what's your favorite kind of cheese?
Parmesan cheese shaved. I don't like the shredded or the grated. I want the shaved Parmesan cheese, and I can eat a whole tub of it in one setting.
Should you?
You should not ever do that.
Okay, if you can meet one person from the Bible, one person, who would you want to meet, and what would you do with that person?
Jesus.
You can't say Jesus. That's everyone's answer. It's a good answer, but that's not. No, that doesn't count. If you can meet one person other than Jesus in the Bible, who would you meet, and what would you do with that person?
I guess maybe Mary.
Mary, the mother of Jesus?
Mary, the mother of Jesus.
Okay. Why?
I just think it would be fun to talk to her about how Jesus was as a little kid, and what kind of fun stories that they have that weren't in the Bible. And also, I just think that it was a cool time in history, and I'd like to just talk with her about like what food they ate, what it was like for her as a wife and a mother then. I think it would just be cool.
So what would you do, like if you could like do something today in the 21st non-coronavirus world where you can actually do things, what's something fun that you think it would be fun to do with Mary?
Ooh. I think we would go out to eat to a Michelin star restaurant, and we would have a really fancy dinner.
Okay.
And we would just hang out, and maybe we would go shopping afterward. Then we would go to like a nice dessert spot and get every single dessert on the menu and just sample all of them.
Okay. If you ran into yourself in high school, you're just walking down the street one day and you see high school Amanda over on the other side of the street, and you're like, hey, high school Amanda, what's up? And you go talk to yourself, what is one piece of advice that you would give your high school self?
I would tell my high school self to hang out with a wider variety of people. I don't regret the friends that I had in high school, although I do think that they all led me down a very interesting path. But I think that if I had hung out with some better, some nicer and more well-rounded people, I would have had a totally different experience in high school. So I would point myself to different directions and different people.
Okay, Amanda, well, thank you for joining us on the first ever episode of Rosemont Roadtrip.
It was so fun.
Before I drop you off, do you have any parting wisdom, anything you'd like to share with us to enrich our lives?
I absolutely have parting wisdom. It's very simple, but very crucial. Never spit into the wind.
Okay.
And I'll leave you all with that.
All right, Amanda, thanks again for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And I see your stop right up here, so I'm going to drop you off, and we'll see you later.
Okay, see you in about 8 seconds when you also cut to this stop. All right, bye, friends.
See ya, Amanda.